Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm back in the forest. It's about 8 degrees now. Spring has started and there's a lot of birds singing. You can see a lot of the snow has melted, which leaves a lot of muddy puddles. So I'm definitely glad I wore my boots today. So we're gonna go for a walk and hopefully complete 2 of the challenges for my weekly challenge, because I'm a bit behind. The first one is animals standing at alert. So maybe if I see a deer, and maybe if it sees me and it doesn't run off, I might be able to get that photo, or maybe some birds. And the second one is reoccurring effects in nature, so things that happen often. Something on our nose. What's a cobweb? Yeah, there's cobwebs now again. So let's get to it. So I think one of the cool things about every spring, whenever the snow starts to melt away in March, and it changes the whole texture of the forest, because in summertime it's just dry, bone dry, and now you have all these little puddles where the snow is melted. It's come down here, and then just over here behind me the snow is still there, but underneath that it's all water. I just walked over there and it was like, okay, it's just snow lying on top of like muddy groundwater, so nothing was fun to walk on. It's really beautiful, so I'm going to get some nice photos of the different textures with the puddles and the snow. I just put some food out for some birds a little bit over there, so hopefully we can see if the birds come down and start feeding, and then we'll go back and try and get some photos of the birds too. It's so beautiful here. It's huge tree behind me, and there's no active like spiders or anything. When I said about cobwebs earlier, I don't know, I've just seen a whole lot of cobwebs up high, down low, but I haven't seen any spiders. Maybe they survive under the cobwebs, maybe they survive under the snow. Something to think about. I'm not too sure. I'll try and research that maybe someday. But I have seen some small flies. So the forest is starting to come alive again. So you just have to be a bit more careful in the summer whenever you are walking, because there's so many cobwebs. If you're walking through the brush and the lower bushes and stuff, you just get covered with spiders, and not so dangerous, but it's just not so pleasant either. But I'll post up some photos now so you can see the different textures and the reoccurring events of the forest in nature. Okay, so we just saw a deer, and I don't know what happened, but maybe it's smelly. The wind just came from behind me. It had changed direction, because I was up under. I was in the opposite direction, so I was able to look at it for about 5 minutes. But it was behind some trees, and then it came into my line of sight. It's still, I can see it just walking up on the ridge. It's about 100 meters away. Yeah. So 2 challenges completed today. It's always just so magnificent to see the deer. I just think they're so beautiful. I did end up in a deeper part of the forest which had a lot of snow earlier, and there was deer tracks, and then there was moose tracks, I believe, because they were like half the size of my foot and they were really, really deep and heavy, whereas the deer tracks don't even leave much of a hole or anything in the snow. So I headed back once I saw those tracks. I was like, I'm not following any moose tracks. That's an animal I have not encountered yet, and I would only like to encounter from the furthest reach of my telephoto lens. But yeah, I don't think the deer are going to come back down now because they know that there's something here. They couldn't see me. I was behind a tree, but it definitely sensed something, and they usually stick to their guns when their senses tell us something and they get out of there. Wow. Just so happy I got some photos, and that's what you're about to see. Okay, so that's the end of this week's video. Sorry I'm not posting as many videos now. I'm focusing more on the actual photography part, and sometimes I get the shot and sometimes I don't, and sometimes I have my GoPro to record and sometimes I don't. So it's a challenge for myself, and I'm really grateful if anybody else watches it. This content isn't for everyone, I know, but just a final note, because now we've completed our reoccurring nature challenge, and we spotted an animal which was standing still, alert, which was a deer. But I just came to this little stream. I don't know if I can lean down with the camera. There we go. So now you can see the snow is melting away into this little stream in the forest. And now there's movement again. So things are looking up and life is starting to happen in the forest again. And there's all these little flies going around, and the birds are a lot more active, even though I didn't see any eating my food. I left out for them, but they probably they're so wary of people in the area, they don't want to come down from the trees if I'm in a safe enough distance, or a dangerous enough distance in their minds. So until the next video, look after yourself, and if you're doing the same thing I am, enjoy it to the fullest. I'm just always so glad to be out in the nature. Till next time, bye.